booked for the ride on board Chain of Daisies. It looks quite a strong listed race as well. I'm sure Ayr will be delighted with it, as are we. We're showing the meeting live. 8 races starting at 1:30. They'll also be jumping at Warwick. This is their final, I was almost going to say final National Hunt fixture, but of course they don't do flat racing there now, but it's their final one, I think, before September, where there will be 7 races to get stuck into, starting with a novices hurdle over 2 miles and 3. The race we've highlighted there, the 2-mile chase at 4:30. And in the evening at Kempton, there will be, as ever, Wednesday night fair. 7 races in that 7:25, the latest London Middle Distance Series qualifier. One of the more interesting horses might be Al Mudavar. Isn't that a lovely scene? That red car. Going to get to Tom very shortly. Good to firm watered ground. And just one non-runner in this first race. Dalton doesn't go. Rusumaat is 6-5 favourite for our first race at 150. Servo 5-1, 13-2 Jamacho, 8-1. A bit of money for Breaking Free. Back to Tom.
Yeah, joined by General Manager here at Redcar, Amy Fair, for a quick chat before we pick these runners up at the start. And bags of runners today, 8 races. You must be delighted.
Yeah, it's an absolutely cracking day for us today. I'm really pleased that the declarations have held up. So, you know, there's lots of racing in the county at the moment. So I'm really pleased that we've done so well today.
How much is the ground, do you feel, dried up over the weekend? I know you've been watering.
Well, we have. I mean, it's quite crackers actually, the weather that we've had this month, because we started off the month being really quite sort of wet because we were so overcast, and then all of a sudden it has just quickened up. So the team here have been working really hard for the weekend, just trying to get that moisture back into the ground.
And whatever happens today, you'll be looking eagerly towards the next meeting, which is a 2-day meeting, and highlighted by the Racing UK, I must say, Zetland Gold Cup.
Well, yes, it's one of our feature meetings of the season. We really go for it for our Premier Days. And actually, we got quite an early first race time on that Monday. So it's Monday the 30th of May. And the first race is 12:45, so we were early on. But, you know, again, it's going to be another really good day for us. It's a really good family day. So we've got really good racing, and then we've got lots of family entertainment as well, followed then by the racing on the Tuesday. Yeah,
the Zetland Gold Cup day, and it's a flagship day here, and it always works particularly well.
Well, it does, and it's really well supported. And every so often we'll get a raider that comes up from the south who scoops the bounty. So it'll be really interesting to see what sort of runners we get on the day.
Yeah, 12:45 start, though. I'll have to get into gear. All right, thanks, Amy. Thank you very much. Enjoy the day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Right, let's pick these runners up down at the start. From what I saw of them in the paddock, Ben Curtis had a fairly hairy time on number 9, Servo, who proved pretty difficult to mount, got loose briefly, but has now cantered off down to the start. He's one of the newcomers here. Hot favourite here in Rusumaat. We'll discuss him in a moment, Paul. Of the newcomers, what caught your eye, negative or positive?
Well, a slight negative, I'd have to say, was I Call the Shots.
I'd agree with that.
Colt by Delegator. He was rearing and going to post. He was very green. I'd keep a very close eye on him. His side, his first winner, with his first horse that had run for him. That was Narzik. So
he's Delegator.
Yeah, he's got off the mark very sharpish. Of the others, I would say this bunch were very, what I would call, immature, leggy. And the ones that probably were more forward, Jamico, not the biggest, but well put together, typical sprinting type. I have to say, I Call the Shots isn't a bad-looking horse, but he's still up in the air, leggy. Yeah, but his mind is elsewhere at the moment. He looks a lot calmer down there, but in the paddock he was really not interested in what was going on, rather than standing on his 2 back feet.
I must say, brief look I got him. I thought Jamacho was the nicest.
Yeah, Breaking Free of the horse that haven't run, definitely, yes, definitely. I'm interested in Breaking Free. We'll mention him, the top horse. I don't like stall 1. I don't like outside stalls here. I think it's a disadvantage to be drawn on the outside, but I think he's a horse that carries plenty of condition, and I think he's a horse that will take a couple of runs to really tighten up. Kilakis are known for that. They're big, burly horses, that take a bit of getting ready. But I think he'll have progressed a lot from his
He was
first
behind Rusumaat at
Correct,
Doncaster.
and I would suggest he'd be a lot closer to him today. So it'd be interesting to see how that race pans out between those two.
And they, both of them, obviously, have got an extra furlong to travel, so that will come into the equation as well.
Exactly. It'll definitely suit Rusumaat. I think the step up in trip will be a real positive there. And I think that wasn't a bad Doncaster maiden, and progressing nicely. You'd think with that and the way the Johnson 2-year-olds are running at the moment, usual progression in a race, I don't think it'll take a lot of winning.
Even though he was a bit of a handful in the paddock, he was a grand sort of horse, Servo. He's fairly prominent in the betting.
I'm not surprised. He is a nice-looking horse, but when he was mounted, I was just cold-backed. He just panicked and then went up in the air and then threw poor Ben Curtis into the rails. And again, he was a little bit gawpy going to post, so just take that on board.
Rusumaat then the 5-4 favourite. Good run last time out behind a horse, Ajadanem, who won by 3 1/4 length. Just one more, I think, to go. Let's go up for the first time this afternoon and get the call.
And the last one goes in. That is Grattan into stall 10. And they're set to jump. They're off. Racing over the straight 6 furlongs, and Rusumaat the first one away, being followed by Grattan in second place. Servo is running prominently in this. The congratulations on promotion Middlesbrough maiden. Over to the right is breaking free in the red sleeves. Yorkshire Bounty behind the leaders, as is Air of Excitement, who is racing just in front of Newgate Sue. To the near side is Jamaco as they work their way down the centre of the track. I Call the Shots and Tawny Port are the last couple in the run. It is Rusumaat in front. Rusumaat being followed by Servo, Air of Excitement and Grattan, then Jamaco. To the near side in the green half jacket is Park Warden, who's trying to make progress, only about 3 or 4 lengths off them. 2.5 furlongs left to go. Rusumaat down the centre of the course is still showing the way and leads by about 2 lengths. Servo's down the centre as well, then Air of Excitement, Yorkshire Bounty far side, followed by Newgate Sue. Jamaco and Tawny Port follow. Running down towards the last furlong, and has the bird flown? Rusumaat has gone clear. Rusumaat now showing a bit of quality, goes about 6 lengths clear. There's a race on for the places, but it's all over up front, and it's Rusumaat in the hands of Dane O'Neill. Won the race a fair way from home. Rusumaat the winner, Tawny Port second, tight third. Jamaco near side, Servo far side, and between runners is Air of Excitement.
Rusumaat certainly adds a big dollop of class to the afternoon at Redcar. Colt by Arcano winning for Mark Johnston. Hamden El Maktoum and Dane O'Neill first time up. We'll hear more about Rusumaat and find out what Tom and Paul thought a little bit later. But as a bonus, owing to the fact that they're not quite running on time, we can bring you live coverage of the Pourmois Coolmore Prix St Allery. Camp Rock is favoured at 2.3, put up as a strong choice by Claude Charlet when we spoke to him a few moments ago, winner of the Prix Penelope on her latest start. She didn't run as a 2-year-old, but she's unbeaten in 3 starts at 3. This daughter of my boy Charlie. Home interest is provided amply by Hawksmoor, winner of the Prestige Stakes at Goodwood last year, and ran with great credit when trying to make the running. There is Hawksmoor going in the Fillies Mile 1 by Minding. Hugo Palmer has applied blinkers for the first time and has got Frankie Dettori in the saddle. Last one going in looks like Magnanime. Let's go to Ian Bartlett for the call.
And they're off. 2,000 metres in front of them. Restiana's a little awkward getting out of the gates in the yellow and white jacket, and drops towards the rear of the field as Hawksmoor is the first to show. Blue jacket, yellow sleeves, goes on. In second place, Magnanime, white jacket, darker cap, and then comes Ross Varner in the green and red against the running rail. The favourite, Camp Rock, green with a yellow cap, is settled in 4th place, and then comes Jermayal against the running rail. Blue and white of left hand